What's up, my friend? Welcome back to another video. So today, let's take a look at the Albion's Orchestral Selects from Spitfire Audio. And basically, true to the name, Spitfire have gone through some of their Albion series and kind of picked out their favorite patches and put them into one orchestral library. And I think this is really marketed towards the composer who maybe hasn't really invested in all the Albions yet, or is sort of just dipping their toes into the water. But if you do already own some Albions, then you do get some attractive cross-grade pricing. I believe I've read on VI Control, like if you own all the libraries included in this bundle, or in this library, sorry, you can upgrade for like less than $10 or something like that. So it's just like an easier workflow to kind of go between the different patches and choose what you want to use. And yeah, it's cool that they give you that cross-grade availability. But essentially, as they market it, they say these are hand-picked highlights from across our flagship Albion range. And so things like, let's say from Albion 1, you get the epic stuff, the rich textures of Albion Logria. So I think Logria was number 2, if I'm not wrong. The low end of the epicness of Albion 3 is Seni. And then you get Tundra, some icy beauty, as they call it, the intimate detail of Neo. So I think there's like 5 Albions in this collection, essentially. So let's kind of take a look in here in Contact. And in terms of the folder structure, it's essentially very, very simple. You get the legatos first, which I'm always happy about. And then you get the different sections: percussion, brass, strings, woodwinds, and that's basically it. But again, these are across different libraries, as they also tell us here in the patch itself, right? So you can see there, that was from Neo, and then this one is from which one, actually? I'm not even sure. Maybe this is from Albion 1 as well, having the percussion. And then the epic brass is from Albion 1 as well, and other libraries following that too. So yeah, let's kind of get into the sound. And if you do want to check out like all my personal library recommendations, you can grab my sample library buyer's guide down below anytime. It also includes Spitfire libraries in there, orchestral tools, cinematic studios, everything like that. Just to answer that question, Chris, what do you actually use? It's all there in that guide, and it's completely free if you want to grab it. So, but yeah, let's kind of get into this library and hear what these legatos sound like first. So first of all, we have the Neo Intimate Woodwinds. Beautiful sound right off the bat, right? If I had to guess, it sounds like a combination of like clarinet and maybe like alto flute or something like that. But true to the name, it very much is an intimate sound. Like at the highest dynamics, it's still quite an MP sort of performance. You don't really get the overblown techniques of, the woodwinds, what they can accomplish. It really is that intimate sound. Same with the brass here. Beautiful. Now let's move on to Albion 3's low strings. All right. Then we have the strings from Albion 1, and these are the mid strings. So if I had to guess, I would say that the Asceni low strings are probably a combination of cellos and basses playing in unison. And then the mid strings sound like a combination of violins and violas. And then we also have the high strings, but in octaves here. Very nice. This patch, this one specifically reminds me very much of a similar patch a little further down here. And that is, let's let my hard drive boot back up here. Arc 1's Orchestra, High Strings, Legato 8VA right there. If you have Metropolis Arc 1, drag in this patch alongside this one, you'll hear the similarities there. Pretty cool stuff. But that also brings into the conversation, right? Like the Albion series is not meant to be like your workhorse orchestra. I think it's meant to be sort of these additional enhancement orchestras that have a very specific character, very similar to the Metropolis Arc series from Orchestral Tools. The Albion series has a very specific aesthetic that it aims towards, and so that's why I can hear that similarity there. Like Albion 1 has that epic flair to it, and so does Metropolis Arc 1, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. They both have that intensity in the strings and the overall orchestra, so it makes sense that they would sound somewhat similar. All right, those are the legato patches. I wish there were more, honestly. I really, really do, but maybe that's just me. Let's have a listen to the percussion here. So now we have the cymbals. So yeah, pretty cool. All these different drums are laid out with different, laid out differently on the keyboard, as you can kind of see here. But I believe you can go in and map it to your own liking, and you can turn on and off different drums as well, which is kind of cool to see. You can clear the existing mapping as well. Let's click that, and now everything is kind of removed. So you can kind of start reprogramming everything yourself. Yeah, all right, let's move on to the Epic Brass High now, and this looks like it's still from Albion 1, so let's have a listen. Very nice. And now let's hear the low brass as well. go. So yeah, you get a combination of Albion 1 here, Asceni, and Tundra. So yeah, when they call it epic brass, they're not really wrong. It's a whole bunch of these different libraries put into the one patch. All right, let's hear the epic strings now, and starting with the strings from Albion 1 here. Yeah, very nice that they give you just a dedicated all-in-one string patch here. No legato in this one, of course, but still. Longs, shorts, and then also col legno and pizzicato. All right, now we have epic woodwinds high, so let's hear the ones from Albion. Well, actually, what is this one? ALB, that stands for Albion, right? Which Albion? I don't know. Yeah, especially in these latter couple patches, you get a lot of unique sounds. The super air, I really like how light that is. And then the overblown plus the multiphonics, it actually has kind of a pleasant sound, to be honest. There's some dissonance, of course, but the overall thing is not grating to the ear. It's pretty cool. All right, some low woodwinds, kind of expect something similar. There we go. Yeah, Tundra has a very unique quality. It's a little further away. It feels more icy, right? Like a little less close up and intimate compared to like the regular Albions or the first couple, which are way more aggressive. So yeah, different sound altogether. All right, intimate brass fulls. So these are from Neo, it looks like. So here's the shorts and the longs. And then we have the woodwinds as well from Neo. While we're here, let's have a quick listen to the mic positions as well. So here's a combination of the close and the tree both up. Yeah, so you can see how, you go from the close with a lot of detail and you kind of move your way up to more and more room sound. But again, for me, I'm 99% of the time going to use just the tree mic. And then if I need a little more detail, I'll bring up the close just a little bit, to taste. But 9 times out of 10, I'm using just the tree mic or the pre-mixed version of whatever the mic position is. All right, let's round things out here with intimate strings full. And these are from Albion Neo. So here we go. Very nice. Yeah, so that's just a quick look at the library. I think overall, as someone who owns like a couple of the Albion, I think I have Colossus and maybe one other, but it gives me a chance to kind of get a little bit of everything. And I think it sells or retails for like $200 on Spitfire's website. So it's definitely an affordable option to get into the Albion ecosystem. And I believe if you do have this library, you might get upgrade or cross-grade pricing to the full Albion series, the different libraries that they offer. But it's nice to see them sort of take that approach into the more hobbyist market where the offerings are at a more affordable price point. They're not all top shelf prices, and it allows people just getting into composing to kind of get started with a comprehensive, well, not maybe comprehensive, but a detailed package of their best stuff in the Albion series. So honestly, if you have Spitfire Symphony Orchestra, chamber strings, the Orchestral Selects, like you're pretty much set to go for almost anything you need to write in terms of orchestral music. You might decide to add additional color palettes like contemporary strings or even other dedicated solo string libraries and other things like that. But if you just have a couple of workhorse libraries, those could serve you really, really well into the future. So really cool to see this little bundle of Albion stuff, really cool. And thanks to Spitfire for sharing with me, really appreciate it. And if you want to check it out, I do have a link down below in the description where you can grab this library if you'd like. It will support me if you do decide to purchase through the link, which is greatly appreciated in a small way. But of course, there's no obligation to do so. You can purchase anywhere you like. But if you do enjoy, these first look sort of videos, then the support means a lot for sure. And again, if you want to check out my full sample library recommendations list, everything that I personally use on a regular basis, then I invite you to grab my guide down below, my sample library buyer's guide down below. Again, it's completely free and it contains all those recommendations that I share with my students on a daily basis. So if you want to check it out, grab it there. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks very much, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.